We're gonna cover all the aspects behind competition prep for a big time international meet, and we're gonna start right now. What's up everybody, it's Dave Miller from GarageStrength.com, and if this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in becoming a better coach, you wanna help your athletes compete a little more effectively, you wanna help your athletes become champions, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you ring that notification bell so we can help you conquer your opponents. So have you ever been at a competition, you're prepping to go compete on this big, huge stage, and you don't have any of your gear, you don't have any of your clothing, you don't have anything that you packed with you, you lost it all. It's gone. You have no idea where it is, and you have no idea how you're actually going to compete. If that's ever happened, that's what happened here today. Right now, I'm in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. I'm with Anna McElderry, and we are about to go compete at the Junior World Championships. This is 2021 at the Junior World Championships here in Tashkent in Olympic weightlifting. And Anna is seated about number 4 in the entire world.
Representing United States of America, Anna McElderry.
And her luggage still is in New York City since last Sunday, and today is Friday. It still has not made it to Uzbekistan, but she's dealt with it. She's prepared the entire week. She's prepared for the last 3 to 4 months. She's in good shape. Her last training session, she was moving very, very well. We snatched up to 94 kilos, that's her opener. We clean and jerked up to 110 kilos. That's her last warm-up basically. And then in the clean and jerk, and then she had another day of training and then a day off, and then she's competing today. But we've got our entire competition is laid out right here. We've got cues, we've got, what is she gonna do when there's a long period of waiting at the board? What are we gonna do if it's all backed up? What do I wanna see out of her technique-wise? What's she gonna do now, because she doesn't have any of her caffeine or supplements along those lines. So some of the teammates on Team USA have offered and given her some of their pre-workout. The only thing that I'm concerned about is she doesn't have her contacts. That's really the only thing that I'm concerned about. She's gonna be lifting in spandex pants under her singlet, which she's not typically used to, but she's a gamer. She usually competes really well. This is her second international competition. She's competed at Youth Pan Ams in Ecuador. We're gonna head over to the venue. I'm actually coaching another Team USA athlete, Will Easley, and he's going to compete first. And then right after Will competes, I think she's going to do really well. She's prepared really well. And this is just going to be a great experience. It's going to be a great step along that path of her journey, of her career. And it's just going to be a really, really good learning experience no matter what. So I'm excited to get rolling. Now we're going to head over to the venue. She's going to smash some weights. We're going to have a good time. Okay, so I just got back from coaching Anna and Will Easley. Will ended up going 5 for 6, tore it up, lifted really well. He was in the 89B session. And one of the best things that the learning experience from coaching an athlete that wasn't mine, he's a friend of mine, Dan Brown's, who coaches him, is just focusing on what he's used to, asking him what the cues are that Dan's focusing on, not giving him cues that I'm thinking about because my verbiage is completely different from his, right? So it's providing that comfort, it's providing that de-stressing the entire environment. And the biggest thing for him was, hey, you're here to have fun. You're in a B session, you've got nothing that you need to qualify for, you have nothing riding on the line, you just need to make your lifts and perform the way that you can. And he went out and hit a huge PR. Went 178, so he lifted really well. Now the thing, going into Anna was she was in position to, we knew from the beginning, top 3. She could medal, she could bring home a medal. We had a plan in the snatch, and that plan was, I knew where she was gonna go. We were gonna go 94, we were gonna hit 97. She does really well, right around 85%, hitting that 2 times. So we actually took 85, and she was automatic with everything. Boom, boom, boom. Hit 85, a little shaky, but not bad. Hit it again, smacked it. She just went out and took 94 as the opener, and it looked horrible. But I think one of the big lessons as a coach is just realizing it's a first lift. It's let the lifter get the nerves out. It's her first time being at a world championship. It's her first time flying across to the other side of the world. There was a lot of pressure on her. She knew she could medal. She came back, 97 was a little tighter than 94. And then we ended up taking 99. We were gonna take 100, that was the original plan, but all she needed to get second place in the snatch was 99. So we went in, she smacked 99, perfect lift, on the money, right? Just like everything that you could ever ask for was perfect. She executed everything really, really well, and it was so fun to see how well she handled that. Now we get into clean and jerks, and the one thing I freaking sucked at was her baggage was lost for the entire week. So she didn't have any of her clothing for 6 days, nothing. She just had spandex, the shirt that she flew here with, pants, and then she had her knee sleeves, her shoes, her singlet, and her belt. That was all she had in her backpack. She had all of her food, all of her contact stuff, everything was in her check bag. And that didn't show up until 2 hours before she competed. So part of me was like, hey, should we tell Anna that it's here? Or should we just have her compete and then get it afterwards? And we actually just decided, hey, let's have her go get it, because then she can lift with her contacts on, and she can wear her own clothing. That'll help with that whole situation, and it might be like a delight to her, like, hey, yeah, this is nice that I got my baggage finally. The thing that I sucked at was that I knew she was underweight, and she's never underweight. She's almost always like 77 and a half kilos, and then she just drops it really easy to 76. But she had been weighing about 74 and a half, 75 and a half, somewhere in there, and I didn't think like, dude, you gotta be 76. I'm gonna eat dinner with you, I'm gonna eat breakfast with you, I'm gonna eat lunch, I'm gonna make sure that you're up over 76 so that when we weigh in, you're 75.8. Long story short is she's warming up and she looks great, looks really, really good. Now her first clean, she gets a little behind the bar, it smacks her a little bit, she double bounces it, and she stands it up easily, and she stands it up, and I can just see her wobbling a little. And then she hits the jerk, she gets into the split and just like almost falls forward in a manner that I've never seen her miss a jerk. And I'm sitting there like, dude, she was blacking out. And we got her in the back, we got our clock stolen, we had to bump her to 15. And this is when all the games started between us in Ecuador and Belarus for the medals. Everybody stole Anna's clock. And then we worked up to 15, and she had to take 15 even without making her opener at 113. We had to go to 15 to get that extra time. We had to hydrate her, make sure she could clear her head, clear her mind, and she went out and she smacked 115, and she said she was still a little lightheaded, but it wasn't too bad. So then we were in position. She was in the driver's seat, and it was basically like, all right, if she makes her next lift, she's gonna medal. And I knew in my head, if Anna hit 19, she would get the medal. She stood up with 19 really, really well. Stood up with it super quick, and then blacked out hard, hardest I've ever seen her. Like was wobbling all over the place, just super, super shaky legs. And she ends up getting 4th place. Now, the kicker is, had she hit 18, she probably would have gotten 3rd, but we didn't know that the Belarusian was gonna miss her last clean jerk. Had she hit that, she would have gotten 2nd overall. She's got another year as a junior. She still brought a medal home. She got 2nd in the snatch overall in the world. She had a phenomenal meet, got 4th in the total overall in the world. And it's just, you know, she's got a huge, bright, super bright future. She just gamed up big time. The blacking out, I think, was all related to her lighter body weight, which indirectly was she didn't have her whey protein, she didn't have her supplements, she didn't have that stuff to help keep that extra weight on. And that's just stuff we got to learn from, and that we can move forward and help her so that next year she can bring home one of those big time medals, and she can go to Junior Pan Am Games this fall and just keep terrorizing the weight class and just keep climbing up those ranks. So if you need help programming, you need help learning how to coach Olympic weightlifting, you can click on the link down below and you can pick up our course designed to help you learn how you can coach at an Olympic weightlifting competition. So it's a hand holding so that you learn exactly how to coach at Olympic weightlifting competition. And if you want more content around coaching Olympic weightlifting, you can click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, peace.